Hi, my name is Heather Cole and I'm with Mon River Games. So this is our fall showcase. Today's highlight is going to go over the expansion of Purple House and the additions that we've made to that this session. So we have here today myself as well as Jarrell Brackett, and see right here. We intend on having the final build for the session out by early next week. So that's the week of December 20th. In which it's going to have everything that we've talked about here today in this showcase. Jarrell, do you want to say a little bit about yourself?
Well, hello, my name is Jarrell Brackett. I am a video game composer and working from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I live at the Obringer Arts Complex, which is a arts colony in Pittsburgh, and I was so excited to be able to be given the opportunity to work on Purple House. So this is I'm so excited and happy.
I understand. I get it. All right. So you can go ahead and tell us all about your music and what we can look forward to and kind of like your process on this.
So for me, when I received the idea of Purple House, I started reading over the script and what was going on with the character, and their name is A, and they are attempting to make every single plant that could be made from these parts that their aunt has given them. And it's very weird to me when I read over the story and I started understanding what was going on. I was like, all of this story has to be united under something. So I started with a key, and my key was F major. Just one flat. It was very easy. The reason why I didn't want to go with C major was because if I went with C major or A minor, it's something as familiar as everything else. I wanted to have a little bit of spice. So that was the first part. I had to decide what key the whole game was going to be in. The next part was that every single plant had to be given some sort of sound. And it's one thing to make a melody, but it's another thing to make something specific for a specific thing. Like when you look at an object and you have to make a jingle for it, you have to try and decide what the music should sound like. And in your mind, you can think of what this music is going to sound like. But when you get it out of your mind and you make it into something real, it's not ever going to necessarily be the same thing. So on my end, I had to look at each plant, and then I had to decide musically, what music theory concepts could I use to tell the story of what this plant is trying to tell us all. So each one of the plants I had to go through, write down each plant, and then I started using my keyboard and my Muse score, which is the program, the DAW that I use to decide what is the musical notes on everything. And every single plant got its own little theme. Halfway through the development, Heather told me that she wanted more for these sounds, and some of them didn't work. So I had to go back through a second time. And I realized that having only one version of the theme was going to be good, it was going to work, but what it really needed was that every single one of those plants needed a counter melody to bring all of it together. So the second part of it was that I made a single melody, and then I had to remake some of these single melodies and then make a counter melody on top of it so that it bonded together and sounds like a whole musical sentence, which is 16 bars.
All right, that's great. So the thing that I really enjoyed about your work on this is when you came into the project and your first idea was let's make something that as we go through the choices, we're building up a song. And I thought that was a really great idea. And I'm glad that we're able to get that kind of implemented. We still have some tweaking to do on that, and Jarrell sent me over his notes, and I'll try to work on that before we release this showcase. But yeah, so I really like that. If you want to listen to more of Jarrell's music, you can check him out on YouTube. So if you go right over here, you can check him out right over here. We're going to have a link to this when we post. So you'll see that he has many videos of music that he has composed, which is great, among other things as well. So let's go back. Okay, let's go back to, I need to hide the controls at the top, just 1 second. All right, fall showcase, there we go. You'll notice on the channel as well that there are at least 3 videos that are specific for Purple House. One has the Gardener theme song that you'll hear at the beginning of Purple House. And then the other 2 are iterations of what happens as you go, which are a lot of fun, like I said. And we're so happy to have Jarrell here on the team. As for art and play, what I did this session, I am not a coder, I am not a developer, but I learned a lot this session when it comes to trying to figure out how to enact what it is that you want. And the biggest thing was an inventory system. The whole thing really needed an inventory system. And with this, what you do is you'll pick up the shovel when you get to the end scene. You'll click it, it'll generate a little plant that you can then use the gloves to put into your inventory. And then you can click back on my plants and go back to your special little room. And this is what your special little room looks like. And from there, you can click and drag each plant out so that you can place it here. Eventually, I'd like to get this to a point in which we can put all our plants in and toggle their sound on and off. I think that would be a lot of fun so that each person can create kind of like their own symphony from the plants. I'd also like to be able to say that once we've collected all of the plants, then we can toggle or put on our end credits scene, which is actually it's a lot of fun. And Jarrell, I haven't shown you what I did for the end credits yet, but I'll show you that later. But anyway, I don't think I'm going to get to a point where this end scene is implemented this session. I think that's going to be a next session thing while I just fine tune the music for now. Anyway, we'd like you to go on over to monrivergames.com. If you click into the game section and go up to Purple House, you'll see kind of like a short informational paragraph about the game. Its original is right here. So to play the original looks a lot like this right here. Okay, and you'll see there are some things that are still a part of this. And instead of journal entries, we have emails that are being swapped out. And the storyline has changed. The original version had like 4 or 5 plant options that you get to. Meanwhile, the expanded version that we have here has, I think, 25 plants, which was a lot to code in. So anyway, we encourage you to go on and check it out. Play the original, play the new one. You can leave us some feedback on our site as well. And we're just looking forward to what you think on this project. And we've really enjoyed making it. So we hope you enjoy it too. Do you have anything else that you'd like to add to this, Jarrell?
I would like to tell everybody, I want for you to go out and play Purple House. I want you to play whatever build is available to you. I am so excited that you get to play this alchemy game where you get to make these plants. And when you play, you'll see all the love that was put into this game by Heather and myself.
Yeah, there's a lot of heart in this game for sure. Like I said, it started off with a lot of heart with our original group of students that made the first concept. That was our very first session of Mon River Games. And we just put a lot of love into it over time. So yeah, thanks. All right, everyone. We're gonna go ahead and sign off. You guys go ahead and play.